she looks at you, dead in the eyes. There is no God. We are inside the Honistar. Now, the environment inside the Honistar, if you thought that this was going to be one of those deals in which, hey, it looks bigger on the inside, hey, inside is a lot more comfortable than it looks outside, you'd be deadly wrong, because every surface of this bloody ship is jagged with sharp edges that catch you on a constant level. Every movement you take, it is so uncomfortable, and you receive cuts and bruises, no matter where you try to move. There is no enough space.
Question, Madhog. Do we take bleeding damage from this?
No, this is just for flavor.
Oh, okay.
And because it's funny. So, the main hull of the ship is this very round room, and it's very claustrophobic, especially if you're 4 people inside of it. And you soon realize that this vessel was not designed to be enjoyed by organic life forms. So all of you look very uncomfortable. Well, except for Fetus Taster. She just easily phases through the jags and the edges with no effort.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a bit of a description of the environment, because jagged edges are not the only thing inside of it. We also have holographic objects all around. We have holographic posters. There is an holographic fridge right beside an holographic toilet. And there is an holographic table with an holographic flower pot on top of it. But strangely, no holographic flower in the holographic flower pot.
Okay.
And the poster, by the way, in case you're wondering, the holographic poster is that of a recent, very famous weapon gun tournament that took place somewhere in the universe. Apparently, it was such a grand event that its fame transcended its own universe.
Huh.
Gun blueprint, clear casket, horsepower, metallic.
Awesome. I'm glad we had this conversation. Okay, so also there is a main holographic set in the center of the hole, roll perception.
Okay.
No, wait, even better. Roll technology history.
Okay.
Rolled already.
18.
10.
18.
5.
Okay, so all of you aside from Fetus Taster, perhaps it or she is too busy just looking at this amazing holographic flower pot, which is so realistic.
Looking for fetuses to taste.
Okay, sure. You check inside the fridge. There is nothing inside the fridge because it's an hologram.
Oh.
Okay, so
Fetus taster is disappointed, but no one would ever know.
You're a fetus taster. Is there any duck in there?
Joyride, impure bleeder, behead, scenic dinosaur.
Fantastic.
So disappointing.
This character is not getting old anytime soon. So there is this main holographic set in the center, and as you all rolled well, aside from Fetus Taster, you're all able to deduce that this is used probably to project holographic imagery of people whom you are communicating with from distant skulls. It is essentially the space sci-fi equivalent of Skype.
That makes
Alright.
sense.
Yeah. Okay. So the queen bee doesn't waste any time in, hosty things, and just looks at you and says, "All right, you parasitic larvae, are you all ready to die?"
Well, not
Barbershop disintegration, Jared sewage, happy glandure.
I mean, I trust that all of you are aware of what the mission entails and what are the risks, right?
Well, actually, I just took the job because I really needed the money to fund something of a particular project. So no, other than the fact that it's a job, I don't know anything else.
Okay. Alice?
Yeah, I did guess there maybe have been some risk, but I'm not worried because probably God is protecting me.
Alice, roll perception.
3.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, the dice are not on your side, but you know what? I'm going to allow it because this is not an important one. You remember that the low-quality JPEG image of the Help Wanted sign says nothing of the sort. Nothing about danger or death and all of that. And you are aware of that.
Yeah, it said fun space adventure.
The robot looks at you, momentarily puzzled for a second, but then stoic once again, and just with their tiny little footsteps, which somehow emit the echoing sounds of battle-born orcs on her ships. She walks towards you and says, "What? Let me see that." She looks at the Help Wanted sign, the 180p HD image of a low-quality JPEG file. Amazing stuff. Technology, huh? Am I right? And she reads, okay, let me see that. I wanted, blah, 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 from Space Adventure, yada, yada, yada. What is this tripe? This is the last time I hire an agency with no name. This is what you get. Seriously. Okay, so somebody at the agency with no name must have done a really damn job in translating what I wanted. They told me, hey, it's for marketing purposes. Nobody will want this job if it doesn't have any flavor. So here's the problem. When they say lucky individual for fun space adventure, they really should have written individual with suicidal tendencies for possibly deathly suicidal space adventure. And when they say good pay and lax hours, they really should have read minimal wage and full-time hours. Also, when they said must be eager and love life, they meant must be eager to sacrifice their life for a greater cause.
So there's not going to be any duck.
Well, no, I don't think so.
Oh, damn
You,
it.
I mean, aside from you, I can project an holographic duck if you want.
No, I need living ducks.
Since we are...
Must be mating season. She says to herself.
So probably because we all are here based on misinformation, I guess it would be suitable if we negotiate a better deal.
She looks at all of you. She smiles coyly and surprisingly menacingly, and says to all of you, "Sure, you do as I say, or I'll drop you into the void of space."
Well,
Brow applied ego unsure cuteness 4.
usually that would be a very threatening deal, but I can swim through space, so you probably might want to think of something else for me.
Yeah, and besides, I have a... Well, even if you kill me, I have a very powerful TV station in my back, so they may sue your company's asses.
Give me a moment. I must converse with my first mate. Sam? Yes. it is a very, very serious situation that we're in. And all right, I suppose it's better than just floating in the fastness of space, waiting to die.
Okay, so to answer question number 1, I will cut your tail off.
Not my tail! Otherwise everything will show!
Okay, so sensing the threat, your hand vibrates violently and tries to attack the queen bee.
Can I resist this?
You can try, roll for it.
10 again.
It's barely enough. It's barely enough.
Yeah, so she tries to resist the hand, and then goes like, sorry, I've got so excited to make a deal with you that I need to calm down and listen to everything before I decide these things.
Okay, so the creature actually takes a long breath and says, okay, maybe we started off with the wrong foot, and perhaps threatening you with your imminent demise is not the best RP. I understand it. I am new at this whole bossing people around thing, and mostly being a loner for some time now. But here's the thing. If you accept to help me, I will make sure to reward you handsomely.
Animatronic, bloat, filthy ambition, cow, stretch.
Glad we found a common language.
When you say handsomely, do you mean like how much we're talking about here? Enough for a planet, maybe?
Oh, well, what is it that you guys want individually?
Well, I was kind of hoping well, you see, I'm trying to fund a project or something in hopes to,
Okay, so where we're going right now, there's going to be enough resources in materials, money, and whatnot to fund whatever it is you want to fund. There's going to be more money than you can, more precious materials that your mind can fathom. But there is a trick to it.
Oh?
We must, to get to that, we must get to somebody first. And that would be the reason why I hired you. Well, why I hired an agency to hire 5 random champs. She looks at you. Well, I guess 4 champs, not counting the one who's currently traveling towards the sun. And we cut to Kenzo just floating in space. Whee! Rotating itself, still hurtling towards the sun, by the way. Okay, so not that you guys have any other choice, but do you accept my generous offer?
Cyanide Mohawk bearing event exposed binding.
I'll take that as a yes.
I shall accept it for now.
Valistor, puts her hand down her tail, the inside of her tail where her waist is, and then puts her left hand out, going like, deal.
Alright.
The terms be acceptable. For now.
She looks at you dead in the eye. Be acceptable? Is that supposed to be a joke? You think you're funny?
No, I be a pirate.
Be a pirate? Okay. She counts to 10. Alright, you invertebrated maggots! I am the Queen Bee. Do not ever forget my name. I am the Queen Bee. And I have hired you to help me take down my creator.
Conqueror, betray, cat, honeypot, whale, functional.
Your creator?
Yes, my creator, the evil and dastardly Dr. Hagaby.
Hugbees? Hugbees!
Dr. Hagaby. Yeah, that's why I named it. The guy is crazy and mental, and is also obsessed with bees. As you can tell, I am his creation after all. I have a tragic and dark past. I escaped the clutches of this evil scientist as soon as I gained consciousness and agency of my own, because he's a crazy bastard. That is why he forced his entire crew to wear ridiculous bee-related outfits, and every wallpaper is either honey or flowers, and the decor is outrageous, and there is this sickening smell of honey, and it's too horrifying to recall.
Oh, hon, I'm so sorry. You sound like you went through a terrible time there.
Don't touch me!
She wasn't even going to. She was just saying it in a nice voice.
So this is what we want. We want. So I've hired you to stop him once and for all, to help me essentially distract his army forces so that I can go on undisturbed and unperturbed and beat him up. So basically, I've hired you guys to be a big old distraction so that I can operate without being bothered.
Do you think there is a possibility to make this Dr. Huckabee to see the errors of his ways?
She looks at you, deadpanned. No.
I understand.
Believe you me, I tried. He is beyond salvation now. She has a moment. She has a 10-yard stare for a second, and then she resumes her normal demeanor. So again, I am the Queen Bee. Don't ever forget my name. And as the Queen Bee, I shall lead you towards this assault to my evil, dastardly creator to stop him once and for all, and end this bee-themed madness.
He sounds like he has a problem. Maybe I could talk to him, since I'm a licensed psychotrickerist.
His root bamboo, fantastic, risky, profits, gems.
So, Ross, did you make all these words on the spot, or did you have them prepared?
Oh, I found a random generator for words.
Awesome. I bet it's the same they used for the original setting of Anime Campaign, but since we're not doing Anime Campaign, this is different. Alright, so as soon as the cutscene is over, and as if on cue, in fact, the holographic projector just activates himself, and a just dark and grim figure wearing armor and an helmet and looking like Sauron for some reason just appears upon the hologram. The Queen Bee, I finally found you. Oh no, it's him, Speak of the Devil.
Oh.
He found me instead. What are the odds of that happening?
I know, so convenient that the bad guys find people.
Okay. By the way, before we proceed, I'm going to introduce to you a fun little game.
Yes.
So, the name of the character is The Queen Bee, and the article is obligatory. If anybody does not say her complete name, as in The Queen Bee, and says like Queen Bee or Queen and all that, and somebody else points that out before the DM does, that somebody gets 1 free stamina point.
Alright.
Wait, okay.
So, essentially, if somebody says Queen Bee without the, if somebody doesn't say the Queen Bee, the name incomplete, and somebody else notices that before the DM does, that somebody else gets 1 stamina point. Is that clear?
Okay, I get you now.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, speaking of which, if somebody rolls a natural 20, other than having all your dreams coming true, because 20 is awesome in this game, more than usual, you also get an additional proficiency point.
Right.
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay, with all that said, why have you forsaken me, Queen Bee? I am your master and Dark Lord!
Already. No,
Duh.
Yeah, okay, that does not count. that was to see if you were paying attention. Okay? You
Alright.
are. Okay, that was too easy. It's the Queen Bee for you, you maniac! I will stop you once and for all. So they're having their own epic anime banter back and forth. You see dynamic lines of action as the camera just pans a close up to them as they talk. Ha! You thought you could stop me, but you can never stop me, Queen Bee. The Queen Bee. I am here to get you back here. We need you. We miss you. I will never come back, Dr. Hagabi. I am my own person now. And while all that is going on, it goes on for quite a while.
Yeah, I kind of guessed.
So feel free to roleplay what you do while this is going on.
Victory, Doomsday, Future, Harbor, Artificial Eruption. Fetus Taster is just looking around the place looking for fetuses to taste.
Yeah, Valley Star is like looking around the ship again, like going like, have you ever thought that maybe you just wish you took another job instead?
The hand.
I'm recording.
The hand looks up at you. I know, right? This is bogus.
Quiet, you're not real.
Oh, I am, or maybe it is you who's not the real one.
Do
No,
the rest
I'm real.
Of us hear this?
What?
Do the rest of us hear this hand conversation?
If you want to, if you're paying attention, if you're not too distracted with your own stuff.
Yeah, so like I said, Melissa's trying to just ignore it now. You're like, you got like, yeah. Wow, they can really go on for a while, these two, can't they?
Yeah, you figure they have a lot of baggage in between them.
Mightiest blip, insect, rotten, bleed, distortion.
So after the quantilium remark and counter remark, Dr. Hagabi says, Hang on, this is getting too much. I need to remove this helmet. It's getting too sweaty in here. So he removes the helmet, revealing a rather bland, common-looking face. And he says, Oh, what's the deal with giant helmets and how sweaty they are? This is not good. This is not good for my complexion. The Queen Bee, why don't you come back to us? We need to go back to the set to make that movie about the bees that we are making. Come on, let's go back, make the movie about the bees.
I hope this is
Come
not
on, you're my star. What's the deal with you leaving us? That is so not cool, the Queen Bee.
I hope that this is not a director related to the director from my campaign.
It's supposed to be it's supposed to be Seinfeld.
Yeah, I get what you're getting at, the B-movie reference.
You have left us halfway in the production. We need our lead actress, the Queen Bee. Come back to us. What's the deal with you leaving us, the Queen Bee? I mean, there is always so many times I can re-roll the same footage and make it go faster and faster to make it seem like it's cooler than it is.
You know, Weavers, if during my talk show days I would have a casting director like that, I would have fired him straight away. But
Hey, I recognize you. You are that crazy godly talk lady who thinks she talks to God. Ah, well, I'm a scientist in space, which means there is no God and I can prove it scientifically. What's the deal with Christianity anyway? Anyway.
Oh gosh.
I've never talked anything about Christianity. I have a card on my side. Perhaps.
Okay, Okay, I look at all of you. I see you guys clearly are the new Queen Bee's crews. So I'm going to have you just teleport you instantly on my ship and kill you all if that's okay with you. Ha! I'm just kidding, because it doesn't matter if you think it's okay or not. You're going to die anyway.
Well, actually, I was kind of hoping you wouldn't.
So he presses a
Ignorant
button.
Frost Brimstone Insect Fistfight Gradient.
So he presses a button, and all of you are inexplicably teleported inside his spaceship. Because sci-fi magic. Okay, I'm actually explaining this in universe because the spaceship actually used to be part of the original mothership that was of the Doctor.
Yeah.
So there is a mechanism for that sort of thing, but you need to be closer to it. You know what? It doesn't really matter. Nobody cares. Let's get to the, I guess, the first battle scenario.
Oh dear.
I'm first going to say to the camera, I have to close this for a while, Pilgrims, because this maybe get ugly, and TV censors won't very much like that. Alice Weekender signing off.
Okay. And you can hear the Doctor's annoying voice through megaphones all around the room, which, by the way, it's like the entrance hangar to the spaceship. You have not seen how the spaceship looks on the outside. You see the inside, though, and it's a bland hangar because this is the entrance. So you hear the voice of the scientist from the various megaphones and all that. I really hate televangelists. They are the worst. I mean, everybody knows that bees are our only gods. The gods is the bees. Be my god, which is also the name of my spaceship, by the way, because I believe in bees being the god, and the god is the bee. Be a god. Bees are gods. Bees are cool, damn it. Anyway, you guys go die right now. Except for the Queen Bee. The Queen Bee must come back to the set too. We had the mother scene to shoot. The tragic death of bipolar disorder guy. We have
Right expert immunity, indecent observer, insane.
Okay. So
Why not just use computer graphics?
He wants to make a live-action film.
Live-action films use CGI.
Blasphemous! I mean, everybody knows animatronics and real-life robots are so much cooler than CGI effects. They're also very costly. Why do you think I built a robot bee?
Well, that explains everything. Well, this does.
Well, okay. For now. So, a door opens, and you see not robots, but actually henchmen, proper henchmen, just entering the room. There is 10 of them, and you notice immediately that these poor guys are wearing a very tacky bee-inspired dress wear, and they have beehives for helmets. You also notice that those helmets are actually real beehives with real bees flying around it. Yeah, these guys look like they are in pain.
Oh,
Ouch.
gosh.
Yeah, this is the level. You see what I mean? The Queen Bee says. Okay, so I guess we are in a battle scenario.
Yeah, I guess we are. Also, you said the, not da.
So the henchmen are in pain, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, what did you say, Devar?
I thought you said, I heard the Queen Bee and not the Queen Bee.
It's the same?
Okay, I thought we were gonna be that semantic about it.
Oh, hell no! I said Queen Bee earlier without saying de, but nobody noticed, so...
Well, it was
nobody
quite
gets a point.
fast.
Anyway, so, normally, since this is a combat situation, I would have you roll for initiative, but there is no such thing as rolling initiative here.
Okay, so what exists here then?
Okay, so this is something that I just come up with it recently. And if you don't like it, we can always change it for future iterations of the campaign. But essentially, whomever has the highest proficiency points starts first, and the second highest goes second, and so on.
Okay, so I have 18 proficiency points.
You start. Okay, you go first, and Dimitri goes.
Well, I have 12.
Okay. Now wait. Davar goes first. Hold on a minute.
What's everyone else's proficiency points?
I have 17.
I had 15, so I think I had the lowest.
No, I have the lowest. I have 12.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you have 12. Okay, so Davar goes first, and Ross goes
Third.
Third, because Matty has 17.
Yes. Okay. First Ballister, second Alice, third Fetus Taster, the subtle thief who does all the bad.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth goes Dimitri, and then all of the soldiers. They have all one initiative roll, so to speak, and they have none in proficiency points. So this is the order.
So how many of those henchmen were?
There are 10, but wait a second.
Yes.
Before the battle starts, the Queen Bee just puts herself in between you and the henchman and says, all right, you slimy things. It's time for a tutorial session. I'm going to teach you how to do proper battle in this system.
Oh, that's very convenient.
Yeah, extremely convenient. Alright, so as it was implied before, there are no modifiers. You just roll for the action you want to take. Now, she goes nearby the 10th henchman. The 10th henchman looks very worried because he realizes it's being used as a tutorial piece. Alright, so every roll you do means something different. If you roll any number in between 2 and 5, typically it's failure. She pretends to hit the guy but misses on purpose. The guy sweats coldly. If you roll in between 6 or 7, it is normally a success, but there is some penalty involved. And some reduced damage and whatnot. It's on the DM's decision. And she hits him very lightly on the shoulder. He says, "Ow! That's smart." Now, if you roll in between 8 and 14, it is considered a success, a normal success. She punches the guy on the cheek. He loses a couple of teeth. He looks very much in pain. If you hit a number in between 15 and 19, it's an impressive success. And she punches the guy so hard, it just flies up to the wall and dies. Okay. Number 1 and number 20 are the two extremes. Number 1 is usually a catastrophic failure, which severely hinders the user, or even allies at some point. Number 20 is an unbelievable success. You can make up the most nonsensically cool thing you can imagine, and you can even get major buff. It depends on what the DM wants to do, but usually when you want to do something, no matter how crazy, if you get a 20, you can do it. That is the deal.
Right.
Okay?
I get this
Now-
Skya feeling about this.
You know what? Why not? Considering the abilities I gave you. So, you only have to worry about 2 stats, you maggots. You have your stamina, which is your HPs, and your proficiency points. Your proficiency points will determine how close you are to unlock a new ability. Usually a new ability can come at number 20, if you have 20 proficiency points. The stamina is not only your lifeblood, the one thing that keeps you alive, it is also used to activate your abilities. So use them smartly. smartly. And with that said, maggots, have fun. I'm going to watch in the sideline with my arms crossed, looking cool on the corner to see how you all doing. If you fail too miserably, I might just hand you a hand, so to speak. Okay, we can start now. By the way, you're facing 9 soldiers as opposed to 10.
Well, that's good. That's good to know.
By the way, are these soldiers and Hagabi human?
Okay, so the soldiers are various different species of aliens. Some is a one is a human, one is the anthropomorphic parrot, one is a bull, one is a slime. It doesn't really matter. They all have the same stats, and they're all the same henchmen and all that. They're all in pain because of the beehives, and they really needed the money. I'm serious, that is their backstory. They really needed the money, man.
So bee stings for money.
Essentially, they're not even trained soldiers, as it were. They were hired as extras for the live-action movie about bees, which is a working title. All right, you guys! You can hear again the doctor from the megaphones. It's time to earn your wages. Kill those guys. And one of the sweet soldiers, that's how their name says, we are not even being paid yet to do what we were originally hired for. I have a family to feed. Shut up and go fight and earn your wage, otherwise you won't get your ration of honey for dinner.
Oh great, so we're gonna kill this guy and then we're gonna cut to his family later.
Gentlemen, perhaps you'll prefer to come to work on my TV station. We are currently doing the 2nd season of Battle Through Enlightenment, and we will need all the help we can get. Okay,
you can see it in their eyes. They are too scared of contradicting their master's will, and they will do anything he says because they are scared shitless of him. So you have to fight them. It's unavoidable.
Right.
Okay, so let's get started. Devar, Ballister, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's your turn.
Yes, I'm Ballister, the never-ending. Okay, so I'm not really seeing much I can do right now. So
by the way, I should. The layout is this: the soldiers are all like in front of you in a perfect line. This is not a complex field. You can just go up to somebody and hit them. And by the way, movement and action are 2 different things you can do.
Yeah.
So if you need to move to go somewhere and then do something, you can do it. However, if you want to reach a long distance, it's 2 movement actions, and that will be your entire turn.
Okay, so basically movement and action.
Okay, yes.
Gotcha.
So you can decide if you want to move closer to somebody or to keep a certain distance. They roll at medium to long range distance, and they can all be reached by your attacks. So, again, I said too much. Do what you want to do.
Okay, okay, so I'm going to be doing this from mid-range. I'm going to use my weapon of strange origin upon them.
Okay, I want you to describe what the weapon is, name and everything.
Well, the name you gave me was Tentacle Hand.
Tentacle Hand Job.
Actually, that's the ability you give me to go with that.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Tentacle Hand. So describe Tentacle Hand.
Well, it's it's the right hand.
Yes. No, read the description I gave you.
The user unleashes her sentient hand onto an unsuspecting enemy in the form of a close to mid-range attack.
Okay.
Is what
so
I have
okay, okay, you okay, roll me for an attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack number 1.
Okay, sure.
About 9. How that'll do?
Okay, so you hit him for 3 damage.
Right.
He says, "Ow, that's smart."
sorry, but I have to do this. More people are counting on me more than you, obviously.
Okay, that your hand has tasted blood for the first time. It looks excited.
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
I shall consume the blood of
No!
innocents
No!
and kill
We're going to have this. We're not gonna have this right now.
Okay, and I guess that was your turn. By the way, I encourage creativity, and the more funny your idea is, the more I will be willing to allow it. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'll figure something.
Next up is Alice.
Well, I'm going to use my weapon as well.
Hey, describe your weapon for us in detail.
Microphone nunchaku or mic-chaku. And on the bracket, it's literally a couple of microphones tied together with cables to use as a cool ninja weapon, because the concept of cultural appropriation is not in your vocabulary.
What?
Yep, it's a nunchaku made of 2 microphones and wire. Essentially, and she uses it as a ninja weapon.
That sounds a bit unorthodox.
Okay, so since this is a close range weapon, you need to move towards the target you want to attack. So, who do you attack?
I'm going to pick henchman number 3.
Number 3? Okay. Okay, roll me for attack.
12.
Oh, 12. Oh, that definitely is a success. Okay, so do you want to give me a flavor description of how you use your weapon?
Well, I'm going to kind of whirl it over my head and then as a surprise move go right to the gonads.
Oh, you know what? Oh, it's painful. He's clutching his... Oh, you... Why? Why? I have a family!
And I say, you see, is he really that scary?
Yes! Yes! Yeah, he gets... Okay, honestly, since you hit him on the gonads, he gets 8 damage, which is a critical damage in your case. And I guess... And then now, so with an 8 damage, he goes... He is now... let me count. 20 minus 8? Should be 12. Yeah, okay. So he received 8 damage. He's clutching his groin area very painfully. He's still standing, but he's jumping around awkwardly. Okay, so and that was your turn. And now it's time. Oh boy. Oh God, it's time for Fetus Taster, the subtle thief who does hold the bed.
Oh gosh.
Okay, first she says, I sing equivalent Father Blade Diplomat Bandsaw, and then cast Wild Magic on the injured fellow.
It's not technically injured yet, but yeah, okay. But you know, I know what you mean. Okay, Wild Magic. Roll me for Wild Magic then.
Sure. Okay, so we are at 15.
15 out of 300?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's see what happens with 15. Okay. Ripples of force continuously push out from a target, making them impossible to approach. So now that the guy is emitting force fields are all around him, and since he's jumping around like because of the pain, he's actually physically pushing away all of the people around him, including the closest player character, which is Alice. So now they're all a bit scattered and confused as to what's going on. Wait, what's happening to Jim? Well, he was kicked on the gonads, says guard number 5. No, I mean, I cannot approach him. Like, literally, I've been pushed away. Dude, again, you're being too pushy. Your feelings for him will come through eventually if you just talk to him. That's not what I mean, you jackass! Okay, and that was your turn, Ross. Dimitri.
Okay. Does that mean I can't attack the injured guy who's been hitting the gonads?
I get. You know what? He cannot be approached, but he is susceptible to medium to long distance attacks still.
So I can still hit him with my rocket launcher leg.
Unfortunately, your rocket launcher sucks, so it can only hit from a close distance.
Alright.
I have established why it's terrible.
Yes.
So, what do you do?
Well, I either get close to him or I get close to somebody else.
Okay, who? We have 9 guards, 9 soldiers. Pick your poison.
I guess I'll choose number 2 then.
Okay, we go to number 2, and he looks at you, notices that you're a small duck wearing a pirate hat, and says, "Oh, you're adorable."
Can I shoot him already in response?
Sure.
This sounds like a Looney Tunes moment if I've ever heard one.
I just rolled a 20.
A 20.
Yes.
It's a natural 20.
Yes, natural 20. There's no
Okay.
modifiers.
Okay. First of all, congratulations. You get a 1 proficiency point, the first one, in fact. So now you are 13 proficiency points. Oh boy, okay. So as soon as he says that, you have a Dot from Animaniacs moment. You know, when they call her Dottie, and she
Yeah.
says, "You don't call me Dottie, or I'll kill you." So you proceed to be very pissed off. So you point out your seemingly your toy rocket launcher, which looks like a toy. It looks like it's fake, and fueled by your inner duck rage. So this shirt's available now. Buy them, and it explodes just on the face of this guy, and he gets propelled, so hard. Just the explosions propels him so hard he ricochets through the wall, then onto the ceiling, onto the wall behind you, onto the floor again, and then he somehow cartoonishly just strikes towards guards number 3 and 4. But since number 3 was the one with the repelling force field, that means that he still bounces off of that, and it's soldier number 1 too. It is a slaughter. And by the way, you look so cool while doing that. Your blonde, your flowing blonde hair just seems to wave with inexistent wind. You look like the coolest duck in the galaxy.
Who is next to be keyholed?
Okay, so the good news is that soldier number 3, from the impact you received, he was already damaged by the... no, that's the one with the gunnet. Okay, so soldier number... What was it again you hit? Was it soldier number...
2.
2. Soldier number 2, along with soldier number 1, are completely incapacitated. They are out of the fight.
Right.
Oh, cool.
They are done. And soldier number 4, instead, he actually was very lucky. He gets your full critical damage attack, which is 12. That's not good for him. So he's now in pain because of that, and he yells, "What the hell just happened?"
Dimitri just happened. Me heart.
Down. Okay, everybody's impressed. Yes.
Except
Okay.
Fetus Taster.
Except Fetus Taster. She is not impressed by anything. Okay, so we can say goodbye to soldier number 1. I'm going to erase him from the stats.
And number 2, you said?
And number 2 as well.
So are they dead or just...
Incapacitated.
They are incapacitated. Whether they're dead or not, we shall have to see.
Fetus Taster inspects them for fetuses.
Boys, there is still time to go to the right path. The path of true enlightenment.
You roll for charisma.
Let's move back. 8.
It's they feel the divine wrath descending upon them, and their confidence takes a plunger. But they are not still convinced, fully convinced. They fear the doctor more than they fear the almighty duck of exploding charisma. Okay, that was your free. I guess you know what. You know what? Did everybody have a turn?
I had a turn, yes.
Okay, so technically I should not have given you that roll. But anyway, it's the soldiers' time. The remaining ones, that is. Okay, so soldier number 3 is completely unable to stop bouncing around because of the impact from earlier. He has now turned into a hamster ball and is bouncing everywhere. Is currently unable to do anything. So he's doing that for now. So that's something that's going. So the hamster ball of force is something that's going on in the background. So feel free to have any ideas about it because it's there in the background. Who knows what it can do? So I guess now soldier number 4. Let's see. The one with 8. The one that was heavily damaged, just limps himself and tries to aim at. He tries to aim at the duck because the duck has been quite naughty, and it's clearly the strongest. It's clearly the most dangerous thing in the room at the moment. So he's going to roll for attack. This is my first roll, by the way. Oh, that's good. That's not good for you. It's 19. So even though you're nimble, this is a very high roll. So you get 4 damage.
All right.
I just have not much for you, but still.
So I don't roll for defense.
No, you just take it.
All right. So 4 damage.
So 4 damage, which means I'm not good with numbers. This is so many numbers altogether.
39.
It's 39. Yes, you're going to need to help me with that because I've always been terrible with numbers and keeping track of numbers. So anyway, that was soldier number 4. Aha! I got the duck. You see, it's duck season, motherfucker. You look unfazed.
Can I say it's not duck season, it's rabbit season?
He looks at you very confused, especially since one of his co-workers happens to be an anthropomorphic rabbit. So that was a bit awkward. That was, he looks at you, Hank. Don't listen to him, Hank. He's crazy. He's a crazy duck. There's no rabbit season. Hank looks a bit traumatized for a second, but also Hank happens to be soldier number 5. And feeling threatened by your sudden accusations of a season of any kind, he tries to shoot at you as well.
Oh, great. Me and my big mouth.
Role-playing has consequences here. Oh, he rolled a 12, which means he hits you for basic damage, which is not really nothing for you. It's 2, I believe it's 2 damage, yes.
Alright.
So now you have
37.
37. Okay. 37, yes. Oh god, where are you? Ah, there it is. Right, so now we have soldier number 6. He tries to shoot at the evangelist lady because her and the duck are the closest ones to take aim. Ooh, rolled an 8. Okay, with an 8, it's technically a success, but as he shoots at you, he actually trips on his foot and lands on his nose.
Ow.
So while Alice takes 2 damage, the guy takes 1 damage. I think that's fair. And that was soldier number 6, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Right, so soldier number 7.
Yep.
So number 7, he tries to shoot at Devar.
All right.
The guy is the marksman of the group, so he wants to show off how good he is. Let's see how good he is then.
I'm going mermaid season, he says.
Ooh, that's not good.
What do you make?
Wow, this is not. It's a failure, not a critical one, but still. Okay, so this is what happens. As he tries to take, the guy is actually he's technically the marksman of the group, but he's also the most inexperienced of the group. Soldier number 7 is. So he tries to take aim at Ballister, but by accident, his gaze poses itself momentarily to the fetus taster. And looking at it, he is overwhelmed by the monstrous, unspeakable nature of her appearance. He goes, "Zoinks! A ghost!" And then he jumps into the arms of soldier number 8. And soldier number 8 rolls his eyes. "Oh, come on, it cannot possibly be a ghost." And then soldier number 8 looks at the ghost and says, "Zoinks! A ghost!" And then they start running away. And soldier number 7 and 8, they don't get any damage. But because of these shenanigans, soldier number 8 misses his turn. So soldier number 9 tries to be the mentor and the paternal figure of the group, the one with most experience. He goes, "Guys, come on, stop doing this. You're an embarrassment to the Corp, to the B Corp." Oh god, this is my life now. I served 20 years in the Space Marine Corps to end up doing this. I tell you, those damn liberals ruined us all. Anyway, the space liberals, that is. Okay, so soldier number 9 has had it, so he tries to shoot Dimitri again.
Alright.
Oh, 17. It definitely hits for a critical damage. So, Dimitri, since you're so popular, I'm going to try... you know what? You are a nimble duck, so you don't get a critical damage, you get regular 2 damage. Because you're nimble. It's your passive, I just remembered. So, yeah, okay. So it's 2... So now you are at 35.
Yes.
Great. So, and that was their turn, you guys. So, go crazy now.
Alright then.
Devar,
Okay.
Alistair.
Okay, so you said that the number 3, right, still has that hamster ball like thing around him.
He's currently bouncing like crazy. He's yelling, "Stop the world! I want to get off!"
Well, can I do this? Where basically, I can use my tentacle hand to grab him and then spin around with him to try and hit multiple people.
Well, you can use your tentacle hand job to
That's
do that.
what I mean. Can I do that?
He just didn't want to say job, didn't he?
Yeah, a tentacle hand job is your ability to do that specifically, so you want to grab it with a tentacle hand job.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. Technically, when you use that ability, you're supposed to roll against an enemy. Like, that is the only move that necessitates that, and you're supposed to wait a turn after the enemy is all tangled up.
Yeah.
But since the guy is bouncing all around, I'm not going to have you roll against him. However, you're going to need a pretty high roll in order to catch it, because it's just bouncing like a Super Bowl. And to do that, so, roll me?
19.
That is definitely good enough. Okay, so you use tentacle hand job to get a hold of the ball, and using the momentum generated by the spinning of the ball, you just throw it like a gigantic baseball ball to the remaining enemies. And let's see, and you hit. Let me think. You hit soldier. You hit soldier number 4,
Right.
and soldier number 5. And we need to decide the damage though, so I'm going to roll for that.
Right. Better be a good one.
I'm going to roll a D10 for that. Okay, so so soldier number 4 gets 7 damage. He is almost dead. He's like bleeding profusely. His pancreas and internal organs have been squashed by the giant ball. He looks like a cartoon character after he's been stepped on by an elephant foot. He doesn't look good, and he's still somehow alive. He's in a world of pain. He's still alive, but he cannot do anything. As for soldier number 5... well, he was lucky, only 2 damage.
Well, he was a lucky sod.
Yeah, the same cannot be said for number 4.
Yes.
Poor guy. Oh, and also, soldier number 3, since he's just going all crazy with the spinning and all that, and I'm assuming he's just battering his poor body all around the force fields. So, let's see how much he gets in damage. I'm going to roll a d20 for him, actually.
Oh, wow.
He gets an 11 damage. Also, he's also almost dead. He looks like a blob of meat and bones and flesh, and it's just unsightly to look at. Poor number 3. He had a family, you know.
Sorry.
That's all he can say. Okay, so this is happening now.
Not personal.
This is your turn, Ballister. Good job. You are a weapon of mass destruction. Okay, so Matti.
So, which number tried to attack me?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I think it was number 7. Let's go with number 7. Yes, I'm probably wrong, but I don't have
I think 7 and 8 basically were doing shenanigans, weren't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I think it was
So
6.
I think it might have been 6, the one before.
Yes, it was 6. Okay.
And the 6 is currently on the ground, right?
No. He's standing. No problem. The ones on... Okay, so... The one on the... Okay, the 2 are almost dead, are number 3 and 4. Number 5 is... has barely survived that. Number 6 is... is the one who tripped, but he recovered. So he's not actually spending a turn on the ground. He just lost 1 HP.
Okay, well, since he attacked me, I'm going to retaliate and use my attack. Do I describe my attack before or after I roll?
What kind of... Are you using an ability?
I'm just using the mixture.
Oh, you're not using any of the cool abilities I gave you. Okay, it's your choice.
Well, they cost
Okay.
stamina, and I have to be careful.
Okay, but look, you are the character with the second biggest amount of stamina. Just so you know. Okay.
Well, I'm going to use the...
Also, I should point out, your stamina is replenished at the end of a combat.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes things. Well, I'm going to use my As God is my witness ability, and...
Yeah, he has an ability titled As God is my witness. Describe it to us.
The ignorant masses need to be educated to the word of our Lord and Savior. Time for you to do what any reasonable believer would do to make their point come across. Shout really, really loudly until said point becomes meaningless. You can emit a banshee-like screech that deafens the chosen target.
Yes. Damage 5. The stamina cost, I believe, was 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is your target?
Number 6, the one who attacked me.
Okay, so by the way, this ability hits, no problem, but describe it. Give us the flavor. Describe it. Just describe what you do.
You unruly child! You have angered the will of the god, and now you shall pay for its deafening might. I, the great Alice, the god's only prophet on earth, the prophet of what I decide.
She looks at her notes.
Oracle of Ontario shall smite you down your hearing, and I do.
Just yell very loudly. Ah, like summoning Kaioken and whatnot. Oh God!
It's like Sindel from Mortal
You have
Kombat.
to keep in mind that, probably going Japanese Goku as opposed to, American dub, so yeah.
Okay, so here's the. It gets 5 damage, I guess. Although, come to think of it, roll for it.
3. I'm using digital dice from now on.
You know what? Never mind. It gets a free. It gets. Never mind. It gets a 5 damage, but no additional sensational things. Just a 5 damage. So it was 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Right then. Okay, so the guy looks in pain. It's like his ears are bleeding. Oh God! Oh my ears! My ears.
My ears.
Okay, actually, he's got his eyes in his ears.
My eyes!
His ears are where his eyes are supposed to be. He's in pain. The word of the Lord is heavy indeed. Gosh!
It's been implanted in him.
Looks like he's in a lot of pain, and I do mean a lot of pain. Right, so... And that was Matty's turn.
By the way, I'm just going to mention this just so everyone knows. The tentacle hand job takes 1 HP from me, so I made that note down.
It's good you did. I'm going to actually take note of how many have been expended.
Yeah, I took the stamina from my points as well.
Yeah, so...
Just so you know, I started with 23, but I took 1 away, so that's 22.
It's 25. Now you're at 25. Alright. Now, after Alice, it's, I believe, Ross, Fetus Taster. What do you do?
Taster will taste the fetuses. So,
What? Oh, hold on. Let me see how many of those you have. I'm going to roll.
No, I'm not. I'm using wild magic. You said you don't get that ability until progressing anyway. So, which
actually,
is highly unlikely.
Here's the thing: you have a passive in which you can consume some of your quote-unquote unsavory possessions to gain some accuracy bonuses if you want. That will
Yeah, I'm just going the wild magic.
Okay, like I said before, you will regain all of your HPs at the end of combat. And this is basically a tutorial combat, essentially. So if you want to
Well, we're
use
not
your...
gonna have any time for anything other than the tutorial combat at this point.
So here's the thing: if you want to use one of your abilities, you're free to do so.
Oh, I like wild magic. It's fun. So
Yeah,
we're gonna-
it's fun.
Okay, so we're gonna use Water Legion Diplomatic Atrocities Gutsy Conclusion.
Whatever you just said.
And my dice result is a 114.
114. Okay, let's see what you got. 114. Target is convinced an enemy target was once their best friend, and the battle is now an "I know you're in there somewhere" fight.
What?
So, who are you targeting, Ross?
Oh god, I'm gonna target the guy with the force field around him. Sure.
He's almost dead. Like, he has one, he cannot even talk, much less move. Like-
Kidding. I'll target someone that's healthy and untouched.
Okay, okay, soldier number 9 will do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
better-
go for number 9.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Victor! It is you! What, how is it possible? You were dead! I left you in the battlefield! You were dead! They said you were dead! Why are you fighting against us? You've been swayed to the dark side! This isn't you! Come back to me, Victor! You were my best friend! And the guy just drops his weapon. Drops his weapon. He's just begs you to come back to him. Come back to me, Victor! Victor! And all of the other remaining ones just look at him, and they say, and the soldier number 8 says, "Okay, now I'm done." He drops a weapon. He just leaves. Just I can deal with anything. I can deal like a talking duck, a hamster ball, but the freaking drama. No, I did not sign for hashtag drama alert. I'm out of here. So he just leaves, and so soldier number 8 is incapacitated because he leaves, and soldier number 9 is essentially out of combat because he's begging his best friend to come back to him. So that leaves...
Okay. Endless blood sport, early bullet, central frog.
Dave! Oh my gosh, you're one of the Borgs now! Okay, so 1, 3 and 4 are unable to fight. They're basically dead. And 9 and 8 are out of the fight. That only leaves 6 and 7. This is going smoothly, guys. So I guess 6 is going to try and attack. No.
What about me? I haven't gone yet.
Oh yeah. Okay. Do something.
What is number 5 doing?
Number what? Oh yeah, there was number 5. Yeah, you're right. So we have 5, 6, and 7. We can wrap this up quickly. Come on, Danton.
Does my first ability, is it an all target or is it a one target?
What was your ability again? Describe it.
Scourge of the 7.5 star oceans.
Oh no, that is only one target.
Alright.
but describe it to us.
Your feats are legendary, and by that I mean you talking about them is legendary boring. The unfortunate target of your triads will experience a snoozy time and fall asleep until physically attacked. Should
That
I?
is the gist of it.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. So, who do you want to use it against?
Who is the most healthiest out of the 3?
Out of the 3 is
Number 5,
soldier,
right?
No, soldier number 7 is the still has 20 HPs.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll use it on number 7.
Okay. Okay. Take your stamina cost, which
Okay.
is
It's 2.
it's 2, which brings you to 33. Okay. Okay. Talk.
You have done it now, my hearties. I will bring out my most feared weapon of all.
He brings out a diary and goes,
Day 1, week 1. Went out for milk. Couldn't find store. Searched entire sea of the 7th galaxy of Florida.
Okay, roll. Roll d20.
18.
Okay, so the guy just falls asleep. He falls asleep so bad, he's out of the fight entirely.
He hits his head on the floor like dog.
Dog. Yeah, he's incapacitated. Right, so soldier number 5 and 6, seeing what's going on, they say, they look at each other, they look at the mess, they look at each other again, they drop their weapons, they surrender. So that's the end of combat. I hope you had fun with this tutorial fight.
Well, it's amusing.
Fetus Taster consumes them because she does all the bad.
You don't do that, but anyway.
Can I eat the bees that are flying around them?
I wouldn't recommend that.
Alright then.
Okay, roll perception.
Alright then, okay.
11.
No, I mean only you, Devar.
Oh, right, sorry.
That'll be about 14.
Okay, those bees do not look normal. You notice that they have been stinging the hell out of those poor sweet soldiers, but they never died. Because, bees tend to remove their sting as they sting somebody and then they die. These bees do not do that, which is weird. You might not want to eat them.
Oh, I was kind of hoping they taste honey.
Right, so this is the end of combat. Alright, so leveling up time, guys. You can decide. You can have either 2 stamina points or 1 proficiency point.
I choose 1 proficiency.
I'll take a proficiency point.
I'll take proficiency as well, so that'll be 19 for me.
I'm gonna go with the crowd and say proficiency point.
Okay, proficiency point for all. Okay, Dimitri, you get 14 proficiency points.
Yep.
Fetus Taster, 16. And Alice, you are 18. And Devar, you're only 1 point away from your upgrade.
Yay, that's why I put it in there.
I know you are. Alright, so that concludes the tutorial battles, and the queen bee approaches you and whistles and says, I must admit, that was quite impressive. And from the megaphones, you can still hear the mad doctor saying, I cannot believe you defeated my sweet soldiers. What's the deal with that? I'm going to kill those 2 guys and use them as organic parts, to make my new robot bees. Because I'm mad.
So, can I consume the friendly guy that thinks that I'm his, long-lost war buddy?
Well, it's your choice, I guess. Yes, you can. Okay, let's roleplay this.
Not really classed as a fetus, but alright.
He will be by the time he's finished.
Okay, so number 9 sees you coming, is tears within his eyes. He looks at you. Yes, you're coming to me, my friend. We will finally be reunited. I don't care what anybody says. We were meant to be together. I've always loved you. And as soon as he says that, just describe it for us, Ross.
Okay, so he disappears into Fetus Taster's shapeless body. Well, it has a shape, but none can comprehend it. From there, he vanishes. But not only does he vanish, but all memory that he ever existed vanished.
Hey, was there somebody there? Says one of the other 2 soldiers. I don't know, Bill. I don't know. All I know is that I have a family to feed. Everybody has a family to feed, apparently.
And Valley Star is all like, yay, guys, we did it! We defeated all 8 of the guards!
And you look at you look at the blob of meat and bones, and the other guy who was flattened, and they're both still somehow alive. That is your carnage.
Sorry. I'll be sure to tell your family.
Kilgore shall consume your flesh and become even more evil by doing so.
No, she puts the hand down her, opens up her tail around the waist and puts her hand down there.
Okay, so guys,
That's oddly sexual.
guys, I have a yeah.
Did something happen?
What do you mean?
I think he's just role-playing it.
Yeah, I was role-playing Alice's reaction to... Because
Okay.
there's some uncertainty, because he looked at the fetus taster and wasn't sure did something happen.
Fetus?
Fetus Tasto simply says, bloodstream rabbit norm selection aerobatic getaway.
Oh.
This is so nonsensical nonsense.
Oh, well, that's good enough for me, says Bill, the soldier guy.